year, I decided to color my gray hair back to a natural brown color, which is what my hair would be before it turned gray. And I want to show you the compilation of the steps, the products, and how I decided what to do and how to do it for getting my hair to where it is today. And this is the color that I like. It's an Ion Demi-permanent 7N. And it's the color that I'm going to be sticking with, and I'll tell you why at the end of the video. And so let's go through the compilation of all the steps that I did on my gray hair journey back to brown hair. I did this video a couple of years ago, and I used the L'Oreal Color Glosser on my silver gray hair. I really like the way it came out. It removed a lot of the yellow tinge to my hair, mostly from probably the water and from styling products and my hot tools. And I really felt it did a good job for what it was. And this was my first attempt of doing anything outside of just washing and drying my hair on my silver strands. This is phase 2 of my color journey on my gray hair. This is when I decided to try a toner. Gray hair has no color to it, no pigment in it, so I wanted to use a toner just to get an idea. They do make toners specifically for gray hair, but I decided to use the Ion Snowcap toner. And as you can see on the left, my hair had some underlying yellow tones in it, brassiness, and on the right, it actually darkened and evened out my gray and white strands. Now here you can see on the left, I used the snow cap, and I did let it fade out completely. And then I decided to try another toner in bronzed wheat. And as you can see, it doesn't look like it did all that much to my hair. Now here is the kicker. I used the bronze wheat, and when I initially did it, my hair did not look extremely yellow. But believe it or not, as time went on, a couple of weeks, my hair took on a very strong yellow color. And this color does not really do anything for my complexion. So I knew that even though I wanted to blend grays ultimately, that a blonde hair color was really not going to work with my complexion at all. I was aware that toner really wasn't the right way to go if I wanted to experiment on my hair with color. I was just going to have to bite the bullet and try a color. And I decided that Ion Demi-permanent would be the best way to go. Now, demi-permanents, you usually need to go at least 2 shades lighter than what you think your natural color would be. I fall somewhere in a light to medium brown color with my natural hair tone, which would fall between maybe, I call it a 5 or a 6. So I decided to go to an 8N, which the descriptor says light natural blonde on it. After I used the Ion Demi-permanent 8N, I felt it was a little bit too light, so I decided to go a level darker to a 7, and I tried 7NB, which was called a medium neutral natural beige blonde. And initially it looked pretty good. As I told you in my previous videos, demi-permanent does fade out, and it will look darker initially when you color your hair. So here you can see, after a couple of weeks, my hair started to take on a yellow-orange tinge because it was a beige blonde color. So all I did was use some purple shampoo to remove the unwanted undertones. After I successfully lightened the yellow tinge for my hair with the purple shampoo, I do not like to use purple shampoos a lot because they can be very drying. So I wanted to find something a little bit longer lasting. So on the left, you see I had Ion Demi-permanent hair in a 7MB, which is labeled a color medium neutral blonde. And Generic makes a glosser toner in 7NB as well, but they label it a light neutral beige brown. And I found that it really enhanced the brown in my hair. It kept the yellow away, and it made my hair super shiny. I liked the way the 7NB Generic glosser toner looked on my hair, but after a while, because it is considered a beige brown, it started to pull a lot of red warmth undertones in my hair, which I did not really want. I wanted my hair to be very neutral. So I went to the basic color of 7N, which is a medium neutral blonde, according to Ion Demi-permanent, but as you can see, it is brown on my hair. And what I like is it's not an NA, it's not adding any ash into my hair. I don't want any silver undertones in my hair, to be honest. And I don't want any warmth in my hair. So I'm trying to keep it very neutral. But I have a solution if I want to go in either one of those directions. So I'm at the end where I'm telling you I like the 7N, which is a medium natural blonde, according to the Ion Demi-permanent descriptor. And I like it because number one, it's adding back in the colors that your gray hair is missing. But what I like is because it's just an N. It's not an ash, it's not a warm, it's not a cool. It doesn't have anything other than a neutral brown. Well, brown on me, it's called a natural blonde, medium natural blonde, which obviously is not accurate in my opinion. But what I like is I can add different toners now or different products to my hair to get the effect that I want if I want to go one way or the other. I am not held to any particular item. So let me show you why. The generic value glosser toner that they make by Sally Beauty Supply can add that cool undertone to my hair if I want to do something more specific and just longer lasting. This will last longer than me just constantly using purple shampoos, which can be a little strong on your hair, or not getting the full results that I want. Because a glosser will also enhance my color at the same time, and it will also make my hair very shiny, which is what I like. Now, if I want to use something where I want to get a little more warmth, I could go now and use a 7NB, and I can get that beige brown they're calling. But on me, it comes out with a little bit more of a reddish undertone to it, adding a little bit more warmth, even though it says beige. So everybody's hair is different. And my hair takes the color maybe differently because, like I said, my mother was a redhead, a true redhead. And so I probably have some red undertones, and that just pulls it out. So if I want a little warmth, I can go that direction. That's why I like the 7N. I have one final note to make about using a gloss toner. You can buy a clear gloss. That means it has no toning effect. It's not going to add coolness to your hair. It's not going to add warmth to your hair. It's just clear. And it just enhances the natural color that's already there, and it will make your hair really super shiny. Now, you can buy generic from Sally Beauty Supply, makes a clear one, but that has to be mixed, or you can just go with a L'Oreal Color Glosser that's already pre-mixed, and they make one in clear as well. Now, there are two options you can do in the shower. These are quick fixes. So if you're pulling too much red in your hair and you don't like it, you can always use a Mika mixtape toning drops in teal, and you can either add that directly to your hair or you can mix it in your conditioner, which is what I do. They're highly pigmented, so I recommend wearing gloves. Follow the directions, and you can alleviate a lot of the red undertones in your brown hair if you're getting that. And sometimes that even happens with a 7N, even though I'm not adding any cool or warmth into the hair color, it can happen. And the final consideration is if I'm pulling too much yellow in the new growth, that could be due to water, styling tools, just the shampoos I'm using. You can go and use your purple shampoo and conditioner. They can be a little hard on your hair, so you might not want to use them a lot, but just enough to alleviate that problem in your hair of making it look dull. Or you can use an after shampoo product like a Blonde Brilliance, which I've used, which works really great. Or you can use the IGK LA Blonde, which goes on your hair beautifully, and it also has heat protector in it. So that's a perfect option if you're trying to keep your hair in a more cool brown tone. So my ultimate consensus for me is to stick with 7N. This way, if I want to pull in a cool tone, I can when I want to. I can pull in a red tone when I want to, but I don't have to commit to anything. I like the toners. They last a little bit longer. But if not, I have the ones that I can use in my shower or afterwards. So that works perfectly. I also don't want to ever go too dark. So you cannot lighten your hair once you go with a demi-permanent and lighten it. So if I want to make my hair darker, I can even use some semi-permanent dyes over it, like a Wella chocolate that I've used. and it brought a very dark, rich brown to my hair. When it starts to fade out, I can do that rather than coloring over and over and over again, which is not good for your hair. I don't care what hair product it is. I just don't think it's good to constantly use these products all the time, or be very diligent and just do your roots if you want, if it's really a problem for you. But the semi-permanent Wella chocolate makes it darker, or if I want to add a little bit of lightness, I can use Madison Reed came out with a golden dorado color, which is actually something that you can use to create little golden highlights in your hair. And again, it's semi-permanent, it won't hurt your hair, and it comes out quickly in a couple of washes. So that's one option. So my 7N is the way to go for me. This is my color transitions from beginning to end, and I hope this has helped you in your gray hair journey. So thanks for watching. Have a great day, and give it a like, share, thumbs up, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time on Big City Girl, Small City Living. Bye.